2015. My name is Tony Gallo, and I'm going to introduce you to the incomparable Mr. John Barrowman. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Good morning. Just thought I'd whip something together last night. Oh my goodness. You don't know how hard it was to find this frickin' dress in my size. Not only that, try to find size 12 and a half. In Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, come on, girl.
I was up sewing last night till 2 o'clock in the morning with this material. Sewing so much there was a power outage. Now that's the night the lights went out in Georgia. Notice when I wear a dress and high heels, I become even more camper. Even more gay. I will eventually change, but I'm really quite warm right now. I think I'm going through TARDIS pause. Just like my sister, there she goes. Oh, don't worry about her, she's just gonna go pee. Just in case you don't know who I am. I don't sit down very often. Is it me or is it really hot in here?
It's you!
We have multiple surprises for you today. Because...
Is Scott coming out like that?
Who?
Scott.
No, Scott's not coming out like this, don't worry. Because we need a very long dress to cover up the you-know-what.
I can't get over the shoes, that's what
I feel like I'm doing a talk show, like, hi everybody, and welcome to TARDIS Talk. I'm your host, Cassandra Clutterbuck. I didn't mean to say that, actually. And I'm going to be taking your real questions today, all about the sci-fi geekdom conhead world, because I am a conhead. Yeah, so what I usually do is I like to hit, well, we're doing Q&A, aren't we? Yes, also good. I see a microphone there, otherwise that's for myself. I like to do, for those of you who haven't seen any of my panels, you know they're a bit outrageous. They're very PG-13 and sometimes a little R-rated, so I just warn you. No, don't go ooh. Don't be ashamed. Be yourself. I try to do a lot of double entendres with kids and all that kind of stuff. Have a wonderful journey home. Parents been like, what was he talking about? Shut up! I'm not telling you. So many parents came up to me yesterday at the table. They're like, yeah, we're our kids. We're showing them Doctor Who, and we're not ready for Torchwood yet. And then there's me, like Mr. Liberal, right? My nieces and nephews were 5 and they were watching, Uncle John in all sorts of situations on Torchwood. Had had no clue what was going on. They were just watching Uncle John be silly. That's what they thought. Oh, Uncle John, look what you're doing to that boy. You're so sick. I know. And I get paid to be silly. And some of the parents, I'm like, well, how old are your kids? And they're like, oh, they're 13. I'm like, yeah, they're fine. And the shock in some of the parents' faces when I would say to them, they go, oh, no, they don't know. I'm like, oh, they do know. You just don't know they know. Because in the playground, they know more than you think they know. And I go, don't you? And the little kid goes, mm-hmm. And the mother, I said, look, you'll be fine. Torchwood, all of the episodes except Season 2, Episode 2. Oh, Season 1, Episode 2, sorry. Yes. And the mother went, she went, oh yeah, the dying orgasm episode. I'm like, really? You say dying orgasm episode in front of your 13-year-old kid who you think doesn't know, but now you gotta explain what a dying orgasm is? And the kid goes, I already know. Love it. So, if you want to maybe line up for questions. Yes?
Please stay still.
Don't rush. I don't have all day. Last night we went out. We went for dinner. We had a big Heroes for Hire dinner, which is the company that brings a lot of us here. And we had lovely food. It seems that when we're here, I don't know if it's all with the rest of you, it's a liquid dinner. My sister walked into my room this morning. I'm in the shower. Your sister, right? Would you let your sister walk in on you while you're having a shower? I had no choice. My sister is like the token lesbian in our family, right? All of a sudden, the knock on the door and she walks in and I'm in the shower going, and I said, what's wrong with you? She went, I think I'm still drunk. I'm like, well, get out! Drunk or not, you're not seeing my torture. Oh. Anyway, it's great to be here. This is like one of the highlights of the year. For those of you who follow me on social media, on Facebook, I'm going to be a bit more, even more prolific on Facebook for the future. But for those of you who do follow me, you know that this is one of the cons that I absolutely love. I get excited because, and I'll say it now, I don't have to say it again, I am just like you. I am a nerd, I am a geek. As a kid, I went through the phase of hiding the excitement of, sci-fi and Star Wars and all that. But now that you guys have helped put me in the position that I am, I can walk around in a TARDIS dress out and proud. I really can't believe I did this, actually. I must still be a little drunk myself. Yes, I want to go to the first question.
Hi, my name's Erin. We met briefly on Friday behind the Marriott on Baker Street.
Don't tell everybody.
I couldn't get a picture of you like that, and I'd kick myself if I didn't ask now. May I please have a picture with you?
They will not let me do that in here. I will get in trouble for doing it because everybody else will be like, bitch. Right?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, if you catch me later, you can get through one of the bodyguards that they put around me.
They tackled me last time.
Did he tackle you? I have been trying to get him to tackle me all weekend. You should see him. You should see him. I call him my chocolate muffin. R squared, are you back there? Call him R squared. Because it's really long. R squared! He's disappeared. That's great. My bodyguard's disappeared. No, seriously, I will get in trouble if I do the picture. And you'll have a lot of unhappy people, so just, that's the rule, and I'm not allowed to break it, but give me your camera right now, quick. He's not here, quick. No, you gotta take the selfie, girl, you wanna be in it. doing? You're not working it, girl. Come on. Stormtrooper pose. There you go. Yes.
Hey, handsome. How you doing?
Hi. I want to be called gorgeous in this.
Yeah. The
Handsome.
shoes certainly go fantastically with it.
Can you? I can't hear them very well. Can you put their feet through here, please? Go ahead.
I was just wondering if you have heard of the kilt blowing, and if you would
Who?
the kilt blowing,
The kilt blowing.
and if you would consider attending one year.
The kilt blowing, and would I consider attending one year? I would, and I would be happy to wear my kilt. Because I have blown a few things, I think. Stop being so rude. I was meaning like blow the kilt up. You know what I'm saying? Dirty nice daughters that I love. Yeah, I would love to come.
We do it every Saturday.
Which was last night, so why you invite me now?
In the morning. So,
In the morning.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Oh, it's lots of fun.
Is it? I'll only do it. Everybody has to be true. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone was true this year.
Were they?
And we have photographic evidence.
Oh, Jesus. That's why she's carrying a baby, because she's there every year. Hello. Hello, Captain America. I'm TARDIS. I have a friend called the Doctor. He's been in me. Would you like to save your nation and come inside the TARDIS? My mother would be watching this live feed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin going, oh dear God. And my father would be going, and my lawyer would be going, oh no, oh no. Copyright. Yeah, okay, yeah, so I'd love to come. So what you need to do is just get in touch with my peeps or whatever, and we hopefully can make it happen. But you do know that when I'm here, DragonCon, literally, my schedule from the moment I wake up and after I have my morning pee and poop, I am there.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I did do something spontaneous yesterday. I went and did the match game with Gil Gerard. Did you guys know he does that every year? And I had a hi TJ. Oh, that's not TJ. I thought it was there. Sorry, clapping. That kid in front of you looked like him. Sorry, but I did it. It was a lot of fun. Really rude, but a lot of fun. Yes.
Hi, John.
Are you raising your hand?
Oh, yeah. She can go first.
We'll get to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yes.
Hi. So first, you're rocking that dress.
Am I?
Oh, yeah. Love the legs.
I feel a little bloated and fat. I was with Katie Cassidy last night, so I feel a little heavy.
Serious competition here.
Say it again?
Serious competition for the legs.
Okay.
With her. Ooh.
A little hairy, but not bad. Yes.
So we kind of like know that you're really good friends with Eony Betry cards in life, but your characters, well, actually hate each other. How does this work when you have to film like scenes together?
The characters in Arrow?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's very difficult. Well, it's not difficult at all. I'm trying to make it sound... In real life, we actually have a laugh, okay? We have a good time. And what you kind of see, like at the panel yesterday, if you saw it, our silliness, and it's great for me also in this show because, again, like when I was in Doctor Who, I am not the main man in Doctor Who. I am one of a group, and Steven's the main man, so I can kind of sit back and let him take control, which is nice, because sometimes we need a big muscly man to take control of things. So but when we're on set, it's really funny. Steven, you know, is the entity in himself, but when I'm with like the girls and all the others, I can't believe I'm going to tell you this. They actually treat me like I'm dad. Yes, I do take it as a term of endearment, but I fucking hate it. Because you know, Katie will always say to me, "Don't worry, honey, you look good for your age." age. She means it in a good way, right? But and here's me, always having been the youngest in the group. Now I'm the oldest on set. I am. Don't go. It's fabulous. Oh no, I can't see them. I like to see them. I like to see them, please. I like, just like on a Friday night, I like to see who I'm talking to while I'm doing it. So when we get in scenes together, the thing that's the hardest is not trying to laugh. Not trying to laugh. And I'm sure Steven has told this story, and I'm going to tell it again because I've never told it at Comic-Con. We were filming the sequence where we were bringing, in last season, where we're bringing Thea to Nanda Parbat, right? And Malcolm has taken them all to Nanda and to see Raish, and Malcolm's a bit scared, but nobody knows. You do, but none of them there know the plan that Malcolm and Oliver have, spoiler alert, to bring things back to the norm, right? So we're standing, and now Oliver carries Thea up to Raish, and he starts to do this whole speech. And I'm standing in the back, and there's we've got David Ramsey over there, and we've got Emily who's standing, near us, and Steven's doing all the dialogue, and I have gas. And when we have gas, we just do what we gotta do. So David and I stand back there, and Oliver's giving, we have come here to da-da-da, I am Oliver Queen, and blah, blah, blah. And I stand back and I go, David, and David go, what? They're rolling, right? They're rolling. And I go, oh, David, I gotta fart. He said, well, just do it. I can't do it. I'll make a face when I do it. Why? So David, I gotta fart, it's gonna be a lot. He said, well, just do it. Just do it. Push it out. Push it out. Meanwhile, I'm giving it all. Now, mean face, you know what I mean? And they go, okay, ready? Oh. Do you hear it? Meanwhile, I was going, I am Oliver Queen, I am, yeah, I heard that, that was very funny. He said, I can't smell nothing though. I said, no, because mine don't smell. He said, what? I said, mine don't smell. He said, what do you mean yours don't smell? I said, I'll tell you later, mine don't smell. It smells from Japan, mine don't smell. Uncle told me all about them, so, yeah, we're in touch with them. And all of a sudden, then they go, cut! And he goes, yours don't smell? And Steven turns around, not missing a beat, and goes, fart in my mouth and prove it. So we have fun, right? And some of the guys on the set say that, and they said yesterday, which was really lovely of them to say that when I came on board, it was like bringing the glue that brought everybody together as a family. And I'm really, really proud that they said that, because that's what I wanted to do, because I've come from shows.
Can't hear
Doctor
you.
Who, what?
Can't hear you. We lost the mic.
The mic, you hear me now? What I'm really proud of is yesterday in the panel, I'll go back a little bit, Katie and they were talking and they said, what's really great, John, is you came on board and you're like the glue in season 1 that all of a sudden brought us all together. And I'm really chuffed by that, and I'm proud of that, because having come from some shows, 2 shows, Doctor Who and Torchwood, where we were a family, we've now become with Arrow, and I'm not saying I'm completely responsible for it, but they like to say that I'm the glue, so I feel like Dad has come on board, brought everybody together, because or Daddy. And it's like, that, and I also brought an element of humor, because the camera guy said to me, John, when you get on camera, we just laugh. I'm like, you're not supposed to. I'm meant to kill somebody. Yeah, but you got that little glint in your eye that we know in any second something's going to happen. Like a pop or yeah!
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Yes.
Before the next question, we need to remind everyone, no flash photography. Thank you.
That's Darth Vader. He's a little gay on a Sunday, but it's okay. Yes.
What's your favorite con you've been to?
What's my favorite con I've been to? Like I'm gonna say another one than this one right now. I love going to cons. I love meeting everybody. And although we have to, we sit behind a table and, I'm realistic, we get paid to do it, but the fact of the matter is, the con, when they do it, the other cons, they make their money back by doing what they do. I love sitting. That's why I do my solo panels, because it's my time to give back to you and talk to you and do all that stuff. I actually, for me, I would love to do a panel a day, and that, if I came to cons and just give it that way, that's great for me. And what would be wonderful is just to have the groups of people I love doing the questions. I love that. This is my favorite part of it. I enjoy citing because I also love when people come up and I say, don't everybody come up and tell me your story now, but I love when people tell me their story, if that makes sense. And they have that moment to tell me what the impact that, some say Jack, some say me, that I've had, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, some people get a little daunted by that, but I love hearing it. Because for me, when I was a kid, if I had somebody like Jack Harkness on television, it would have been a lot easier for me. You're right, till my teenage years, and I really stood up, right? You're welcome. I love DragonCon!
So, hi, gorgeous.
I'll forget you, don't worry. Yes.
That was my 13-year-old, and I agree 100%. They probably are getting more than I am in some of this things.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm tired. You see
my dad used to say to me, my dad will say to my nieces and nephews, and he'll say, he'll quote about Beyonce, so I can say, if you want to do it, you put a lid on it. If you got to do it, then you put a lid on it. My dad those are the words he said, you know what I mean.
Anyway, my question was about you and your sister. You guys get along so well, at least appear to outwardly.
She's adopted.
So I guess she's always bullying you or following you. I don't know how it is, but I'm just curious what you think led to that longevity in y'all's life and has kept y'all close and working well together.
I think it's probably, and then when she's going to come out later, but not right now because I don't want to spoil the next element of surprise. It's not really a big surprise though. She's a girl. I think, and not to be like the TARDIS talk show right now, okay? I think it's our parents.
Awesome.
No, I do. I think it's our parents have always raised us to not be afraid to hug, to kiss. Like I watched this show the other day, it's called Doctors in the morning. Those four really, don't get me started on them. They sit and they talk about all this stuff and everything has to be like, they were talking about kissing family members on the mouth and they were going, ew, it's so gross because that's so sexual. And what's sexual about that? You're just kissing a loved one. There's no big deal. We were never told to be afraid of who we were. We were told to, do what we wanted. My mom and dad were kind of really more progressive than we ever gave them justice in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So yeah, I think it's family, and that's why we get along. Also, when we decided to write together, we, as siblings get a little older, you have your families and your lives kind of go in different directions. But for us, the writing and everything kind of even solidified our relationship even more because she got to know everything about me when we wrote the autobiography. And we call those ew moments. Because I had to be honest and say everything. Really, everything. And she lived with Scott and I for 3 months when we did the autobiography. And she ate and drank a lot. No, so that's kind of it. And it's also just family, parenting, good parenting.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Hello, Mr. Ulu. You're welcome.
How are you?
How are you?
My question is, what is the strangest encounter you have ever had with a fan?
I've never touched an ood's ball. tentacles. The strangest thing that's happened to me with a fan, I don't call them strange, I call them unique. Because I understand being a fan myself, when I meet certain people, I fanboy a little bit, right? I try not to. And I know that when people fanboy and fangirl, or, you know, if you want to fan any way you want to fan, that it's something that, you know, you got to enjoy. And so, gosh, the strangest thing, I've said this before, the Klingon is the one that's the strangest to me. He gave me walked up, and he was very proud of it. He and his wife had spent a lot of time making it. And it was a great guy, because I'm not being, he walked up and he had a box, and it had a picture of me on the rocket, right? It's Captain Jack going, hey, but the rocket was a marital aid. Realistic looking marital aid. Anyway, in Klingon, and I went, no, I don't speak Klingon, I only speak English. And he went, okay, so he started speaking, he said, my wife and I have made this for you. And I went, really? And he said, we hope you and Scott enjoy it. And I went, okay. Thank you very much. So I go home and I went to Scott, I said, Scott, I have a gift. He said, what is it? I said, it's a dildo. And it looks like a real thing. He went, who's it from? I said, it's from a Klingon. And he went, they are dirty motherfuckers, take it back. I still have the box. I still have the box. So those kind of things happen to me a lot. Or when people come up to me in like in an airport, they'll walk up to me in an airport, they'll go, can I board? And that's the flight attendant when I get on the plane. What the best is, now, and I say this with all, and because, please take this in the right way, I'm truly grateful that I'm able to fly up in the front of a plane, okay, right? And so when I sit up, and I usually have a window seat, but sometimes, it's in a window seat when I'm ready to go, I can just and fall asleep, right? But I'm on the aisle seat. Now I've walked through the line, come on the plane, and I sat down. And I started looking at my phone. Now obviously when they're boarding, they board the front first, and then they board all the rest of the plane. So everybody's walking on. And I can feel, it's my condor, not my radar. I can feel that people are recognizing me. And I have no problem, but I'm on the phone, I'm texting my mother, right? And you don't interrupt texting my mother, okay? Because my mother will know and she will come find you. And she'll beat you to death with a Chanel handbag. So I'm sitting, not in a dress and high heels. Wouldn't that be awesome if I got on the plane tomorrow like this? Something wrong? Where are you going? I'm going to Dallas. Because I'm going to ride a cowboy. So I'm sitting in the plane and we take off and we're up in the air and we level out and I get ready to put my headphones on. But this is what happens. And I love some of the flight attendants because someone will have told the flight attendant, he's on a show, da-da-da. So you get the flight attendant doing this. So, did you push your belt? No, I didn't. Okay, thank you. And then they walk to the front, and they turn, and you can see them going, like it's okay. Well, then you have the line of people One at a time who do this. And they're trying not to be obvious. Remember, I'm sitting in that chair. Ready? They're coming to use the bathroom.
Oh, God.
And then they stand at the rally and go. Now, the chair is this way, looking around so you see it. So they're looking at me, and then they go. It happened. The next person, and the next person. Finally, on a Virgin Atlantic flight, I got up and I got the microphone and I went, just come up front and I'll take pictures. Don't believe it. Have a nice day.
Your next question is over here, sir.
What?
Your next question is over here.
Oh, over there. We got one over here to a young lady in the front. Yes.
Hi, John.
Hi.
I first wanted to tell my story, since you like stories. I've always been a geek, but I had no interest in cons till you decided to come to NC Comic-Con up in Durham, North Carolina in the fall. So now I have not stopped going to cons since. I learned to sew so I can cosplay, so I have you to blame.
I can't help it. You got a TARDIS on too, girl.
Now, I do have a question for you, but in lieu of a question, nobody seems to have asked you, what is under that dress?
Yeah.
He's never going to be the same again. I don't know what's under this dress. Are you kidding? I am not stripping on stage, but I will tell you, I have my Superman undies on. It seems like an appropriate time to bring. Can I have my pants, please? I'm going to slowly put some pants on. Is that okay?
No.
You want me to do the whole thing like this?
Yes.
Okay. It's your con. Don't bring my. If you be back up there. Captain America. Oh my goodness. You may as well bring the heels back out because I ain't changing. Thank you very much. So go ahead. Question.
Even more appropriate now that you're wearing that dress. Being a military spouse, I've always wondered why you haven't done, or I wish you would do, like a benefit show for the soldiers, even here in the UK.
Okay. It's not as easy as you think, because you have to get a lot of if I put a band together. That's why I'm kind of transparent with you guys, and that's what I like about you and you, because you listen, and I'm able to tell you. I'm not going to make up excuses, but it is expensive, and people don't know me as a singer over here. So if I go to them and say I want to do a concert for the military, the heads of the military, whoever it is, they go, but you're just on a TV show. So why should we let you do it? And if we're going to get people to invest in it, they don't know you're a singer, so they don't know you can sing. And it's not as easy as like, just go get my albums. So it's difficult. But, so that's why I like to help in other ways. And I've just started getting involved with a group in Palm Springs called SOS Rides. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a charity organization that has been created because I was in Palm Springs Airport. Flights were canceled. I was able to get in my car and go back to my house, but there were 20 Marines who were on the phone frantically trying to find out how to get back to 29 Palms military base or to another airport to get on a flight, because they don't get moved around by the military when they're on their own time. And to get to 29 Palms, it costs about $200 for somebody who is putting their life on the line for us. And whether you agree with what it is or not, They're protecting us, okay? And so I went to this organization because for 2 or 3 days a week to take 3 hours out of my day to take a carload of Marines. And drive them to 29 pubs? Do you think I'm an idiot? So I signed up, and what was brilliant, this first one that I did, I went to the airport, I've been cleared by the government, I've been cleared by the military base. The woman who runs the organization, she said, you were cleared in 24 hours, we've never had that before. I said, well, I am above government. And I got the proof. So I went to the airport, went through the process, and I signed all the papers. I got the SOS van, and I drove it up, and I got it, went into the USO building, and I'm like, guys, okay, who are the Marines going up to 29 pumps? And one guy went, shut up! I'm like, yeah, I am. It's me. He's like, what are you doing driving us? I'm like, I'm Captain Jack Harkness. And you're a Marine. So all 6 of you pile on into my van because I'm going to give you the ride of your life. It was good. And it's, they take donations, and I put them on my list of charities that I do, and I'm really chuffed by it, and I do it when I can, and Scott keeps saying to me, can I come? I'm like, no. But when I'm in the car, they can talk to me, we talk about whatever. Some guys just sat quietly, others, I found out where they're from. I made sure that I found out where everybody was from, what their background was, why they went into the military, and their family, and da-da-da, and I posted a little video, and they were really boring on the video, and I finished, and I went, guys, that was awful! And they said, well, we are going back to the base. You pick us up when we're coming away from the base, we're really a lot of fun. So I've switched my routes now. I'm taking the Sorry, my nipples keep coming out. Actually, would you don't apologize, but would you tie this tighter? Does that answer your question?
It does.
I'm going to try, so I try my best to do everything, and I really spread myself, sometimes my family say I spread myself too thin with my charity stuff, but I've been put in a position where I can help other people, and I think that's really important, to use your position to help those who need help. And I've always said, even to the LGBT and Q community, and XYZPDQ, that if you don't have a voice, I will be your voice. Say it again?
In the mic. Oh, sorry. Being a military spouse, I really appreciate that.
My pleasure. Can we do this one lady here? You need a signer?
I just read lips.
You read lips, okay. Yeah.
I was just curious to know, I guess on a slightly different note, but you and Carol have been writing the Hollow Earth books.
Yeah.
And I love them. I really want to know if there's going to be more.
Yeah, well, this is a good, she's asking about the Hollow Earth series that Carol and I are writing, and this is probably an appropriate time that I can bring my sister out. Carol, come out. Great, she's got to go have a dump now. Is she there? Carol! Oh my God. That's my sister. So before we get to that question, because this is kind of like, I'm following the lead of you guys, but I just want to show you this. I'm going to put... I'd like to bring up David. David, where are you? David Childs. Now, you might wonder why, come over here, David. Why are we wearing, let David in the middle, Carol, why we're wearing these shirts? Well, you all know that, David, I told him I could be his daddy. Or my dad. Oh, yeah. David is with a company called Represent, and Represent are the company that myself and Steven, we did our t-shirt campaigns through. And for those of you who saw the No Hate campaign, we're starting a new campaign on Tuesday. I am myself with the help of Represent, and these are the only 3 t-shirts right now that have been printed, because they're limited edition t-shirts. Now, the shirts, let me just tell you, and we'll get to your question in a second. From the charity end of it, I also, in Palm Springs, we have decided there's a very big problem across America with LGBT kids below the age of like 16 and under who are fostered. And they're fostered with families who have belief systems sometimes that they don't know how to handle them, or they think they're wrong and they're bad kids. So they kick them out of their foster homes and they go into group foster homes. Group foster homes are the lowest point where you can be in the foster system. These kids will grow up not having any self-worth. We are building a house in Palm Springs that is for LGBT youth to be taken out of those foster group homes and put in this foster home and raised by LGBT and like-minded heterosexual couples and families. Because if we can save an LGBT teen or young kids, like there's 8-year-old, 9-year-old kids committing suicide because they don't feel a worth, okay? If we can help, and we're also doing, there's a house going to be in Seattle. We would love to have a house in every major city in the U.S. that will help the community. So these t-shirts, the part of the proceeds are going to go, once all the costs are done, that it's going to go to helping the house and go to these kids. So it's Tuesday, we'll put it online. If you can do it, great. If you can't, just pass the word to somebody else who can, okay? That's all I ask. That they're limited edition, and we hope to raise a vast amount of money for these kids to be happy, healthy, and prosperous in the rest of their lives. And a big round of applause for David and Represent. Very nice you came up with all the ideas of how to do this. Great. Well, no, Scott, you can stay. You can stay up here and sit if you like. Yeah, come and Scott, sit down, because I'm sure the young lady Carol was asking a question. I speak Scottish with my sister. She was asking a question about the books, and will there be more Hollow Earth, and will there be another series?
Yes, there will be. We are going to make the kids have grown up. The twins, Matt and Em, are now 17. And they have a new character that comes from Chicago. And for reasons that we are not going to share right now, look at him go, no. For reasons we're not going to share right now, he ends up in London with the twins. But I am going to give you a little tweak of one of the new things. We have added a new Animari power, which is part of the book. And music can bring art and things to life. So we did art in the first trilogy. We're going to do music in this next trilogy.
That's that.
Yeah.
Yes, next question.
Hello.
Hi.
My question is about Captain Jack Harkness and his character. Obviously, we don't know a lot about his past and such. And I've been told that, like, in order to act as a character, sometimes you have to, like, really get to know the character even more so than what is written in canon. So I was wondering if you possibly had any personal theories about, like, just anything about Jack that hasn't been explicitly written in canon. Like, it could be something as little as, like, he likes to watch rugby in his spare time, or something as large as, like, some big theory about his past, or something like that.
I gotta be totally honest with you. I didn't go into great depth like that with him to think about the kind of things that weren't on the written page, because the beauty about Captain Jack Harkness, and which is why it worked, and I think it gelled with you guys so much and continues to gel in everything that we do with the Torchwood world and the Whovian world. The fact is that the writers, when there was a conversation and they saw my personality, and even like with David, they saw his personality, they took those personalities and they turned them into the characters. So you're actually seeing David and I running around. And you're seeing Captain Jack and the Doctor, but it's John and David. Because deep down inside, you've got two boys, little boys inside, that we are screaming, going, I can't believe we're So that's why it works. So there's all those other things, but I think Jack likes to read. Jack loves to read. Jack loves to read sci-fi, because there's a book that Jack picks up, if you've noticed this, every time in Torchwood when I would be in the background, and they would say, just look busy. Well, Jack never signs papers, he doesn't care, right? There's no paperwork. He picks up this book about space debris. He just looks at it. Consequently, I stole that book. Because it reminded me, and also every bookstore I go to, if I find it, I buy it, so I have a lot of copies. It just means so. So yeah, he likes to read about space debris. Yes, we got maybe just about 5 minutes left, yeah. I know, I could do this all day. Yes.
Hi. Okay. First of all, I'd just like to tell you, you're a really big inspiration and role model for queer youth and stuff.
Great.
And second of all, I know you're not supposed to take photos.
This is going to help you a lot. Yes.
I know you're not supposed to take selfies with fans, so I was wondering if you could take a selfie on your phone with the whole room and then post it on Twitter.
Don't put my phone on. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. Great. Next question. Hi.
Hi, my name's Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
And I have a dear friend who has underestimated me, and if you could help me with that. Her name is Catherine, and you can hear her, she's over there.
She just screamed Pete herself over there.
Yes, she did not believe that I could get a whole ballroom to yell her name.
Okay, ready, Catherine. 1, 2, 3. One more question. Thank you. Thanks. I'm trying to get. Sorry. Hi.
I texted the picture of you in that outfit to Mom, and Mom just got back to me. She's like, "Oh dear God, it looks like me."
Some people may not know that you're on AOTS for a span of time. Can you talk about that for a minute and how your relationship with Candace and Sarah?
Candace and Sarah, I still follow on social media. Candace, I follow on social media. I still speak to them. Candace at some places. I didn't know Candace. Sarah was a Playboy model, right? And all these guys would come up to me and they're like, "Dude, you know Sarah?" I'm like, "Yeah, she's a chick. I love her. She's great. Chicks take Time Lords, you know?" And she went, and she went, "Yeah, dude, she's a Playboy model." I'm like, "No." Long story short, I have been asked not to pose for Playboy. I've been asked to do an interview with Playboy, which I'm really kind of chuffed about, because not many gay men get asked to do an interview with Playboy. They contact me. I'm like, I'll call her. I'll say, "Sarah, what I do is you just press them together, girl." Attacking the show was great. I was able to use my presenting skills over here, which I love doing presenting stuff, because again, when you watch it, if you go back and you watch that stuff, you're not watching someone going, "Hello and welcome." It's me. I'm having a riot. And we had a Thanksgiving dinner on the show. We brought my parents out and we ate dinner while we were doing the show. And we batted things back and forth. We got really rude with all the sales. Matt started drawing around. He goes, "There's a sale here, and it's going up this way." So it looked like a big erection on television. We got away with it. I think they're gathering around because they're getting ready for me to stop, aren't you? Yes. I know. You guys, thank you. Just quick question.
First of all of us have been on our knees for like an hour. That's the true John Barrowman experience. You know what? Correct, you can. Secondly, a Kickstarter for Torchwood Season 3 based entirely on fan fiction. Yes or no?
I've read the fan fiction in my own house. Do the series? Yes. For the public? No. Guys, this is a great big thank you very much to you. You make my life awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. My sister. My hubby. And David. Thank you, everybody. I'm just going to run this the rest of the day. Bye.
If he wins that, for the photo shoot, I will buy another picture. Right?
I have to ask you a question. Are we photo ops later?
Yes! Yes!
Do you want me in jeans and t-shirt, or do you want me in the TARDIS? Okay. And if you want pictures of my sister and I, we're down there. Here we go. Bye.